There were a few arched eyebrows on Parliament Hill today over the government's controversial new prostitution law. Justice Minister Peter MacKay says the ultimate goal of Bill C-36 is to wipe out the sex trade altogether. MacKay also had a warning. He says if the bill isn't passed, prostitution will be decriminalized by the end of this year. CTV's Ottawa Bureau Chief Robert Fife has the details.
Justice Minister Peter MacKay is setting the bar high for new anti-prostitution legislation that cracks down on johns and pimps.
Its goal is to reduce the demand for prostitution with a view to discouraging entry into it, deterring participation in it, and ultimately abolishing it to the extent possible.
That's unrealistic for many testifying at today's hearings.
It's not going to just end immediately.
This bill is trying to eradicate the sex trade itself. It's trying to protect sex workers by driving them underground.
Although the bill largely targets clients and pimps and sets limits on advertising by sex workers, critics say it won't survive a court challenge. In striking down the old prostitution law, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled sex workers should not face undue harm.
We will see more murdered and missing women as a result of this legislation.
Some groups say the law will also leave many prostitutes destitute.
The criminalization of clients in Bill C-36 has devastating impacts for Indigenous women who rely on income generated from prostitution.
Still, many witnesses, including this former prostitute, say the law will save lives.
This is not work. When I go to work and I get punched in the face and held down and gun is held against my head to the point that I have to go to the bathroom and lock myself in and hoping that someone will save me.
MacKay expects the law to be challenged in the courts, but rejected calls to refer it immediately to the Supreme Court.
Importantly, if we do not respond legislatively within the year, most adult prostitution-related activities will be decriminalized. And so, for our government to do nothing was never an option.
Although MacKay didn't seek outside legal advice, the Justice Minister says his officials assured him the new law is constitutional. But more than 220 legal experts wrote the Prime Minister to say it's not. Lisa.
All right, Bob Fife in Ottawa tonight. And that letter, Bob, is referring to outlining the legal concerns about Bill C-36. It's posted on our website, plus the 3 provisions in the bill the lawyers find most troubling. Just go to ctvnews.ca.